Guys, welcome to another episode of Informal Arena, and I'm happy to have you guys here. So today, okay, quickly before we even start, let's get to know you guys. Introduce yourself.
My name is Michael. I'm married with one kid and one on the way.
Hey,
I'm happy about that as well. And my profession, I work for Cook County in Chicago,
okay.
and I work as a SQL database administrator. And
Sharp,
I'm
sharp,
happy- I'm
sharp,
happy to
sharp,
be here.
sharp. Mark.
My name is Mark. I'm happily married with 2 kids, and I'm a businessman. I have a couple businesses spread across states, and
Sharp.
that's what I do.
People are not small people, though. We are not small.
I beg you.
Anyway, so today, the topic for today is something that I just think is something that is really profound and applies to us. I mean, especially where we are right now. So the topic today is called the hustle culture. So hustle culture, because we know that our society is so obsessed with working hard, hustling so much, trying to make money at every given point in time. It's as if we are not even resting. I mean, something is always chasing us. But before we even go into that topic, let me ask you, I know that before when we were growing up, we all had dreams, like the jobs we wanted to do, what we wanted to do as growing up, the job that you said, okay, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, I want to be this and that. Let me ask you guys, how far? Are you living your dream job, or are you doing what you wanted to do as a child, like all the while that just Michael from you?
Okay, I won't say no and yes.
Okay.
But what I would say is, growing up, we all have our own ideology about our perspective of how our life would be when we eventually get to that point. But growing up, I think I had this ideology that I would be successful.
Okay.
But I don't know one particular thing that would make me successful, if you understand what
So there was never a time you said you wanted to be somebody.
Yeah.
Going from a Nigerian home, you didn't have any profession to say I wanted to be something like this.
Well, I do, but if I say I walk in line with what I had in mind, I'll be lying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what changed?
So many things changed. Life experiences, challenges, different thing comes into play. The direction that you used to have totally changed because of those things. And in as much as those challenges came cut across, it's still those kind of challenges that you are going to have to be able to guide you to that point that you want to be in life. And I think, having that ideology of what you want to become is good, and also working towards it. But along the line, we should also be aware that there are going to be challenges that will cut across, or that would put us in that area where we have a rethink. Okay, is this actualization going to be
Possible?
Be possible? Yeah. So the feed I am today, it wasn't the feed that I envisioned for a very long time, right? So and again, the world is changing. The more the world changes, the more you get involved with with things around you, and you want to, as the world is changing, as technology is changing, you want to get involved too, and that also will put you away from that your mindset that you used to have. Like, okay, this is not raining anymore. Let me go into this field, and that is what happened. As life goes on, right? And that is it for me anyway.
Mark?
Yes, things change. I think when I was young, I wanted to be a doctor.
A doctor?
Yeah, because that time, I know because I know biology, and
Okay.
I thought, okay, if you know biology, you should, that's like a step to get it to be a doctor. That's like a preliminary at least.
Yeah.
But after I saw injection, I said no, no, no. I said no, I can't do it. I'm still traumatized by the injection I had with one of the nurses when I was young. I said no. But my core originally is to be a musician. That's what
Oh,
I want to
okay.
be.
Okay.
I have always wanted to feed from music. That's what has always been in my heart and
Yeah.
still in my heart. And I thought by now, by this age, or by this present time, that's what I will be doing. But nature or God has His way of doing things. Um, right now, I'm not doing what my passion. I would say I'm not doing that right now. But I'm very happy. I'm doing it for God at the moment. But so what I'm hoping to feed from the music, God has provided it in other ways for me, and I'm using the gift for God.
So now from everything you guys talked about,
Mhm.
so does it mean that people should not really follow their passion? Because of course, people have dreams. I genuinely wanted to be a lawyer. Nobody told me to be a lawyer.
Mm.
I remember vividly when I even wrote how I used to write barrister, my name, in primary two. Primary two, when I didn't know anything. So, but I grew up loving that profession and knowing that that's what I wanted to be all my life. Now, as God may have it, it worked out for me.
Mm.
Just like you guys said, you want to be a doctor. What are you doing now? So different from what you had in mind. So people have dreams and they have passions and things change.
I think that time I want to become a banker that time.
Okay, banker, you see.
You were a banker for a short
I
time now.
was,
Okay, actually, you were a banker.
Yeah, you were a
Okay,
banker for a short time.
okay. So, but then, are you guys going to say that sometimes dreams don't come true, or sometimes people should not follow their passion? Because we've seen people follow their passion and they worked out. We've seen other cases like your case, it did not work out.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to say? Are you going to say that people should not follow their passion?
I would say people should follow their passion, but sometimes passion
To
is
what
not.
extent?
Uh, Sometimes passion is not enough. Like when say talent is not enough. That
Right.
you have to add other things. Even if you are following your passion, you might not follow it to the core because of you might need to feed sometimes, and your passion might not be bringing forth what you want at that moment. So that's what. So if you are following your passion, I would say follow it with sense. You have to be very careful because it might not actualize at the time or at the timeline that you want it to actualize. That's what I would say.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Mark. We are not saying people should not follow their passion. People should, but people should also understand that if that passion that they have for something, if it is not giving them a fulfilling result, and again, like I said earlier, sometimes the word involved and probably that passion you have for something might not be what the word is involving with.
Yeah.
Then you have to, check
Adapt.
it out, adapt,
Mm-hmm.
check it out if that passion is really worth pursuing, right? Then at the same time, you you need to also understand that sometimes um, you really don't have one, like Mark said, you need to have like a backup,
Right.
yeah, like a backup strategy to if you keep pursuing something and that thing is not giving you anything, then you need to check it out and see if there is something out there that you think that passion you have that you can utilize with whatever is going around in the world.
Yeah.
You know, there's a way that you have a passion for something, and there's another thing in the world that is raining. There's a way that your passion can fit in with that.
What if it doesn't
So
fit in?
if it doesn't fit in, you have to look for what would
What's obtainable?
what is obtainable at that particular time. So if you because some people have been in passion for so many years and nothing is happening, right? So like look at Mark now. Mark has passion for nothing. But look at where he is right now. You know, so sometimes we grow out of passion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, sometimes we grow out of passion, but the way we rise up about that and involved with what is going around us is also worthwhile. So yeah.
So now I'm thinking, if my passion is supposed to be my purpose, and I don't, maybe at the beginning I started from my passion, but I just see that it's not paying out. It's not working. You know, that just because of the fact that things are not working, you know, I just try to switch to the things that is working, to the things that are working. So do you think that I would have fallen out of purpose knowing that I no longer follow my passion because it did not work at the time?
No, I don't feel like you would fall out of purpose because um, we like in the Bible it said God has ordained each and every one of us
Right.
a purpose that we have in life. So the purpose that you think that you have in mind might not be what God has for you. And we should also remember that sometimes like if we have passion for something, sometimes it changes at a particular time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it changes at a particular time. So purpose has to do with your intentionality. You have to be intentional about what you want out of it
Yeah.
for it to come to actualization. So the intentionality about that thing and working towards it, and God seeing that you're working towards this thing,
Yes.
and this thing seem good, right? Then God will make it prosperous, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's an intentionality with the purpose that you are pursuing. So it's not as if that it's not as if that God has ordained a purpose for you and now you are deviating from that purpose. It's not always like that. Sometimes the word, like we said, the word involve.
Yeah.
And we have to involve with it, right? So it has to do with your mindset, your intentionality again, to be able to follow it. It's adding God to whatever plan that you have for yourself,
Right.
and hoping that God will, put a light towards it.
Great. So now this brings me to something that is very important, because I feel that we also need to understand the difference between hard work and hustling.
Yes.
You know, because I feel that now we use the word hustling, right? Like a lot. People, hustle and everything.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think there's a difference between hustle and hard work. You know, when you were talking, you mentioned things about intentionality. But in our world today, in our society today, I think we hustle more than we work hard. So let me explain what I mean by that. So because hustle is not even a slang to start with. People think it's a slang. It's an English word. Uh-huh. So, but the thing is this: when you are hustling, you are trying to put every effort in any way, in any manner. So hustling is, if this is not working, let me try this one. If this is not working, let me try this one. If this is not working, let me try this one. So you keep patching here and there, trying to make it by every possible means, by everything possible. So basically, there's no focus on anything. You are just open to do anything, to change, to switch at any given point in time, depending on the circumstance. And I feel that's different from hard work. Hard work has to do with you are focused. You're trying to be focused on maybe on something. You are working hard with intentionality. Going back to what you said, to be able to achieve that particular purpose. But looking at what we do, like how our society right now is playing out. Now you talked about the world evolving. Some people are actually there that do not really have one thing they're focused on. People are open to whatever thing that works. But do you think that it's having like a dent on what makes us up, or what we should be, or what we should achieve. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So do you think that being hustling right now, being open to anything, switching from one thing to the other without looking back, as long as it's working, let me just go there, right? Different from the hard work, which entails maybe finding what you're doing and focusing on that thing with intentionality and trying to do it and getting result out of it. So what do you think that, because obviously where we are, our society, the environment where we are encourages you to do everything that you have to do because you have to pay bills. Hello.
Mhm.
If you don't pay bills, you'll be booted out. So do you think that we hustle more, like this life of hustling that we do, as human beings living in the Western world and other people who live in different places, to really, do you think is antithetical to our being, our existence?
Yes, I was yes.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
hear you.
we also more depends on the uh, the country we live in. Like in Nigeria, I don't think we hustle as much as we do in America. Uh, he, Coming to America, that's where I've seen people do like more than two, three jobs in order to make ends meet. In
Yeah,
Nigeria, people work hard just basically for one. It's hard to see someone in Nigeria working like two jobs.
yeah,
Yeah. So and in the long run, it affects it affects our makeup as a human being. In the, ranging from health problems
right,
and and also our family values are also reduced because of that, because you have no time for for family if you are hustling.
right,
You are always chasing the bag. you know. So it's sad. It's sad that we found ourselves in this uh, kind of condition we'll call it a condition in the country we live at. But still, in the midst of the hustling, I think we can still find our purpose, or our way to get to work hard, to live that hustling spirit, to live that hustling line. If we work hard, like if we put in our best, or if we're intentional, we will come out of that um, hustling spirit or whatever
lifestyle. Yeah,
lifestyle. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was looking for. So once we find ourselves in this circle of hustling, we shouldn't get lost in it. Just have it in our mind that this is for a short time. I won't be in this circle forever. Let's get out of it and look for one thing, and let's work hard on that one thing. So our intention should not to sink in the hustling lifestyle. Let's look for one way at the very end to get out of it and focus on one thing. If not, in the long run, it's going to affect us as humans.
right.
You know.
Michael.
Mhm.
Yeah, what Matt said is true. Working hard, working hard is bad and it's not. Let me just put it that way. It's bad and it's not. It is bad when it is a detriment to your health. When you don't, all you want to do is work, and work your butt off.
But hey,
Yeah.
what are you going to blame someone that has to pay insurance? You have to pay your rent. You have to pay this and that. If you run the light, they are going to send you bill to pay for the light you ran. There are so many things that are chasing you every day you wake up in this country. So, so what are you going to tell somebody?
It's true,
Please.
So it's good and it's also bad, right? But the key word there is being able to work smart.
Okay, I like that word.
Smart.
Mhm.
Yeah, working smart is in as much you work so much, you should have time for rest. You should have time for family. You should have time for friends. You should have time to be able to go out and time for rest. So working hard is not totally bad, but it is bad when it is detrimental to your health
Yeah.
and people around you. We've seen situations whereby there is absence of the father in the home.
Mm-hmm.
The wife needs the attention of the, the, the husband, and is nowhere to be found, right? So working hard has caused relationship, has caused harm on relationships, right? Where the all your brain, all what is in your brain, all what is pictured on your brain is working hard. And I believe we have all been in that situation.
Yeah.
And, sometimes, I think when I came into this American thing, right, it was tough.
Right.
It was tough. And thank God I wasn't married at that time.
If we hear me.
It was tough. And at the point that I was married, it was also tough because, during then we are all hustling to, be successful. We are all hustling to meet ends meet. Sometimes like then I was schooling and I still have like 2 to 3 other jobs that I do. Sometimes when I'm on my bed, I am always thinking, like, it's when you are on your bed, it's like your brain is programmed to work.
Even while you're sleeping.
Even like
Yes, yeah.
your brain is programmed to stand. Come on, stand up. Your meat is out there. In your brain will be telling you
wasting time.
Yeah, wasting time. You are supposed to be out there making dollars. You know how much you will make within this period that you're lying down here. So that's how the brain tells you. So when your brain is telling you that, then just know that it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a big problem. So when it's detrimental to your health, when it's detrimental to your relationship, it's not good. I think the watchword here it should be know how we can regulate that and be able to work smart in our ways, create that time to be able to with family, with friends, and then try to balance it.
Yes.
Yeah, balance it. Yeah.
So I know that you talked about when so before you became so now we can say comfortably that we have stability.
Yeah.
So one can choose stability over passion. So for instance, you can choose to have a stable job, for instance, over that pays you over the passion that you really want to pursue, and probably is not working for you, and you choose stability over that passion. So now, at what point, when you discover that this passion that I have may not play out, let me better settle for stability?
Let me answer you that.
Yeah.
It's, for example, coming to America, in Nigeria, during my time, we think like America is like the center of entertainment,
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'm a singer. And once I come to America, I will just go to Los Angeles.
Hey, my guy had a dream.
And I will just blow, I'll go to Hollywood and,
Are you serious?
That's what
you had a big dream, man.
That's what every talented person, everyone with talent aspire to come to America to blow, because America is like the headquarters of entertainment. You understand? And so when I came in, reality sets in. Of course, yes, like everyone on your own, you have to pay bills. If not, you'll be homeless.
Right.
So you have to first of all settle yourself before you even think about your passion here. That's one thing. The way the system is structured here. So once you notice that, if you see many artists that they are not yet known, they're just getting upcoming. They're bigger than some. They're there. They're up there, but they're not there. But they're just somewhere here.
Yeah.
They are all doing part-time jobs. Music is like their talent. I won't just generalize. I will just generalize. Sorry. So their talent is part-time. So they work, because if they don't work to support that, the music will not even work. So they choose stability at that point. So you have to get stability before you can pursue your passion.
Right.
Like if you choose your passion at that point, gonna come to America, you will just join the homeless people on the street at that point. So when I understand that, I'm like, okay, in Nigeria, man, most times you see many musicians say, "Oh, I dropped from school."
Yes.
I dropped from school and I want to go and pursue music. I
Right.
want to, sometimes it work out for them because the system in Nigeria,
It's different.
you can actually go squat with a friend, but here you cannot do that. So when I noticed that, I'm like, oh, keep music for corner first. I said, no, please. So
Before you
chase
land
the-
yourself in
yeah.
hopeless
So
hole.
you chase, keep the passion aside. You chase the stability. By the grace of God, right now, if I want to go into music, I will.
Yeah.
I do blow. I can pay money to promoters to promote my music
Right.
and all of that. I can do that. And so that's now I'm in a relaxed position to pursue my
The
passion.
passion.
Yeah, because passion is still burning in me.
Right.
But what use of it if I don't have the resources to pursue it? Because before I was relying on, like, oh, maybe I will see somebody that will just sponsor me in America to sponsor my music. Those are fairy tales. You have to be real, bro.
But at least, but thankfully, you had those things in mind.
Yeah.
Some people will not dare to have such things in mind.
No,
That's a big move for me.
it is, but it's what was a movie that inspired it, and so reality kicks in, So, like I said, talent is not enough. Having a good voice to sing or having the talent, just having it is you need that financial
Right.
so backing to lift you to where you want to go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, you know, first of all, you have to be stable. You have to be stable. Okay, if you have this talent or the passion and you are not stable, how do you make it grow? I know a lot of people will say, okay, maybe when one or two artists that are blown listen to it, maybe they'll be able to, you know, pick you out of many
Yeah.
to resuscitate you and get you to that level. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. So there are some paths that you need to play.
Yes.
As a person who has the see and the passion to it.
Yeah.
Somebody that see your talent and recognizes it, has some role to play for you at that particular time. That is the person. That's where that purpose and fulfillment comes.
Right. Right.
When somebody has pictured you, that person at that point is trying to make you get to that level. So you need to put in the work. You yourself has to be stable. So if this person, okay, for instance, now, okay, if this person said he's going to sponsor you, so how do you sponsor yourself to get to those places that you want to get to? What are necessary? Okay, if the person asks you, okay, go on. Okay, I want you to produce this social music. Do you have the equipment and the facility to be able to, create it and make it as standard as you want? So you have to be stable. For the financial resources has to be there,
right?
Before somebody can see you and bring out that purpose that you have or that passion that you have for a particular thing to make it to limelight. Yeah, so you have to be stable, and that is why I believe that is what everybody do. Coming to America, you didn't just come, and when you came to America, you didn't just go and start pursuing purpose. If you not
you guys are not looking at see purpose is bad. Wait.
No, your passion. If you come and start pursuing your passion, where will that you have to
with my guitar?
Where will that
with your guitar, right?
Where will that person find you? Right?
Yeah.
So you have to be stable. Be okay first. It is. They said now they said it's when you
can
have
say
food in your stomach.
It's okay.
When you have food in your stomach, that's the time you'll be able to
think properly.
So if you don't have food in your stomach, how do you pursue the purpose? Or how will that talent come out? So you have to, the resources have to be, you have to be stable as a person, not just financial stability, now mentally wise.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Wise, yeah.
I think part of the reason, now going back to what I said earlier about the hustling culture. Now, I use this word hustling culture because it's more prevalent in this Western world than where we come from, right? Because something is constantly chasing after you. and you know
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Something is constantly chasing after you, and you can't stop to check what it is because it will catch up with you. So you need to be on the road every time.
Yeah.
So, and that's the problem. So, but then how do you, now we talked about the fact that we need stability. How, now that you have stability, how do you create that work-life balance? Because whether you like it or not, even for anyone who is stable, also has things. So now you are stable, but you also have things you want to achieve.
Yeah, of course.
And those things are constantly dragging you, your time with family, with friends, whatever. How do you create that work-life balance, even as at now that you think you have the stability?
Well, it's hard, for especially having a wife and two kids. My wife really understands me. She always pushes me like, "Hey, when are you going to start doing your music?" And she always encourages me. So um, it's hard. Also having kids. Like I started singing on TikTok one time.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah. So most times when I'm singing, my daughter comes bangs on the door and she wants to get in and all of that. So creating that time is hard, especially when you have a family. Especially in America, time moves really fast. You would think you don't have all the if you would think you have all the by the time you come back from work, you are all like you just want to go back to bed. You just want to sleep. So how I try to create my work time is balance is whenever at night, whenever I before I go to bed, I give myself 1 hour to say this 1 hour is for me, is for my passion.
Okay,
I
that's
will
nice.
just listen to music, I will sing, I will do what I would want to do. If you come to, I have in my house, I have a room. I call it a music room. I have my guitar. Uh, those things reminds me of who I am. Like this is Mark. This is who you are. I know you. You know you have stability. I know you have this and that. But this is your core. So those are like daily reminders for me to say this is who you are. So every time 1 hour each night, I try to reminisce on my future, on my passion. So yeah, that's how I create my stability. I intentionally do that.
I like the word intentional. I was going to say that because I just feel that many people have lost that passion,
Mm-hmm.
even though maybe just like you said, if you have stability and then you've lost that drive for that passion, and once you've lost it, it's hard to get back to that track.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you said intentionality, that's what gives it the mark. Because to be very honest, if you're not intentional about it, you're going to lose it.
You are going to lose it. The bills in America. Once you are playing that guitar, you are thinking about the bill. Once
Exactly.
you are even driving, you are always your brain is always going,
So you see,
always going in America.
It's true.
how do you create work-life balance, Michael?
Yeah, it's hard.
Even with stability, it's hard.
It's hard
Yeah.
because all you're thinking about is I want to sleep and rest.
Ah,
That's what it's just that little time that you get to take off from work. You want to sleep.
you're mentally
You're
drained.
mentally
Drained.
it's like your brain is fried. Yeah.
I know.
So it's difficult, but still and still, you still have to once you have to create that little time to spend with family, travel, you know, travel, and be able to cool off and come back to it. Um, but don't get me wrong, people still create time for their passion.
Yeah.
Their business schedule,
Yeah.
people do, but most people don't. Most people have talent, who have gifts, but because of their business schedule.
Yeah.
And America has made it so difficult for people to go into what they know how to do best, right? So it takes one to be able to um, how do I put it? It takes one to be able to actually um, see it and be able to know how to balance it because it's difficult. So it's like for America can also make you you know, abandon one for the next one.
Yeah.
It's just like, then let me be focused on this one. I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
It's that one, right? So that is how it is. At times it's difficult, but I'm saying that people should not give up on their passion, because somehow, somewhere, that passion that you have for something can be another source of income for you.
Right.
Yeah. So even with our busy schedule, we should create, if not 2 hours or 3 hours of our time to focus on what we know how to do best.
Yeah.
And thank God we have facilities, technologies that can, that you can use to make it come to actualization out there. This is,
Makes sense.
You can be blown away from it. So.
What does success mean to you?
Mm.
And how has it changed over time?
Oh my God.
Because now, I'm asking this question because I believe that success is relative.
Mm.
So what is success to you may not be what is success to him or myself. But for you, I want to hear your perspective. What is it to you and how has it changed over time? The things that you thought were success before, do you still think that they are success to you now? Or has there been any significant change in your life then and now in terms of what success is?
Yes, there's been change.
Okay.
Success before used to be, uh, I want I want to have stability, financial freedom.
Right.
You know,
That sounds like general success of everybody. Like
yes,
that's all what we want, really.
yes, that was when I was single.
Yeah.
You know, when I was single, success, stability. Want to chase money and all of that. So once you achieve that, once that has been achieved, you'll be looking for another kind of success, which is starting a family. So having a family, having a good wife, and having kids, you will see that success is different now. So
Yeah.
so it's a different kind of a feeling. So success wasn't having a family is different from the feeling of having a family is a different feeling from having money. Yeah, I categorize that as a success too. And also one of the other another one would be having friends around you, having acquaintances, having a community. I consider that as a success too. And one more, the one that I consider the most at my present time, which I don't consider before, peace of mind. Yes.
That's premium.
Yes, peace of mind and happiness. That's the biggest success I've ever seen. If you don't have that, you have nothing. You would think, before I never think about peace of mind, like success, peace of mind. No, but having all other things, material things, and having peace of mind with it, I think you have a complete circle of success. So that's how I see success. It might be different from the way other people see it, but that's how I see my own success.
That's good. Michael?
Well, for me, success is about impact. Success is about
That's
impact for me. And you would come to realize that a teacher in a school impacting to kids is being successful.
Yeah.
Because it's impacting. You get to realize that a mother, a nursing mother with the child in the house is successful. That's what success is to me. It's all about impact. It's all about stability. It's all about stability. It's all about peace of mind, and the joy that you derive in doing what you know how to do best.
Yeah.
That's what success means to me.
Okay.
So success used to be back then. If you could remember, at the point, at a younger age, our parents expect us to be successful at a particular age. When we get to 30, they expect
30, that 30, that's not number 30, eh?
Yeah.
We need to review that age.
Yeah. expect us to be successful. They expect us to have gotten married. They expected us to build a house, to have a car. You know, to them that is what it means to be successful. But success can a lot of people have delayed success.
Right.
A lot of people have delayed success. A lot of people are successful after 30 and downward or older. So that was what it is then. But success to me is all about impact, it's all about stability, it's all about peace of mind. And at the end of it, the joy we derive in all these things really makes it successful.
Yeah.
So in all of this, can you not say that success someone can still be successful without having a high paying job
Yes.
or without even having
Correct.
without having stability? Can you see someone is successful having
Yes.
stability?
Yeah. Yeah. To many people, yeah, that's it. To me, that's what it is. So far you are okay, you are health wise, you are okay. Yeah, being healthy is successful.
Mm.
Being healthy is successful. So whatever you are doing that is giving you the peace of mind that you are deriving joy in is being successful. It doesn't matter whether you are whether you have all the money in the world. There are people that have all the money in the world, but they still
Yeah,
have
happy.
problems.
Yes.
But you know that Tenny the singer will say, "Money can buy you happiness, but I want another money in the world."
Exactly.
So even if you don't, even if money cannot buy happiness, still give me money.
Yeah.
You know that kind of.
Exactly.
So, but like, okay,
Yeah. So it's a two-way sort of thing, right? So whatever that you do, that you derive happiness in, that you are being impactful in, success. Success.
I mean that really makes sense. You know, if success cannot, so it means that to me, what I think is success has no definition.
Yeah. It's relative. Yeah.
It doesn't have a definition. You can't really bring out words and say this is what it means to be successful.
But generally, people think it's having money.
That's the point, and that's how the pressure in the society, the pressure we are facing every day, trying to you left home to feed home. God, I beg. That mentality is a bad one. Really.
Yeah.
It makes you like do a whole lot of things. Put your life at risk.
Yeah, put your
Do
pressure.
do everything because already society has already placed you somewhere. I was listening to someone last time, and the person they were saying that the moment you leave your country, like for instance, you left Nigeria, the moment you leave, you don't have any reason to fail in life. That the moment you have lost that right to fail. You see, when you come back home to say, I don't have any land, I don't have, there has to be evidence.
Even if you go to Ghana,
the moment you leave that shore, the shore of the country,
you don't have any reason.
You don't have any reason to fail. As a matter of fact, you can't compare yourself with those at home again at all because they see you as someone that has gotten to a certain level. You've crossed the Rubicon, right? And there's no way to say I don't have this. There's no reason. But man, I wish that's how it is. That's not how it is. That's not how it is. And every day, the society puts all this pressure on people that have, a lot of people, and make us, make people do a lot of things just in a bit to make sure that they will not think that we have failed. You know how you try to paint it,
Yes.
always stand to say that everything is well, and people don't talk about their struggles.
Yes, because we're trying to,
especially
yeah.
People don't talk about their struggles.
And I met one Nigerian guy once a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And he said that he has not been home. He said he has green card, but he has not been home. He said because he don't have money. He said he don't want people to think he hasn't arrived yet.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the pressure because they expect him from home that once you're coming back, you have to bring
evidence.
That has to be
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not supposed to be like that.
Did you guys ever face that pressure?
Uh, Let me think. Of course, we have Africa. We the way our culture is structured in a way that we are the assets of our parents.
Now you assets.
Your father will tell you, see all this money. Make sure that when you grow up, you use it to buy one house for me or car.
Yes, yes. So we have that. The pressure is there. We you have to. If you want to go back, you want your parents to be happy, and also your parents want to show off because they already once you go, they're already showing off already. My picking there, yeah. You know, and it's their generation, of course, and we are millennials, and it's their generation. There's nothing we can change them, and that's what gives them joy. We just have to go through that pressure and just to satisfy them. They are the ones who pray for us. They are so. It's all when we cross over from Nigeria, it's us against the world. We must succeed.
You see, that brings me back to what I said before.
Mm-hmm.
That people they already have an idea that once you cross over, there's no reason to fail.
Mm-hmm.
You must bring evidence.
Yeah.
If you don't bring evidence, you are gone.
Yes, that's why when Nigerians are mostly successful because we're like nobody wants to fail. We bring the fire and brimstone.
One thing they don't know is that once you're able to cross forward and come to America, you're already successful.
Right.
Mm.
You're already successful because living in America alone is hard.
It's hard, no?
It's hard. So I count it as being successful.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now, there's something I want to ask. So now we're talking about high-paying jobs and having peace of mind, and then we have different definitions of what success is to you. Some people may not agree, right? Because some people would prefer to also be in a place, maybe have money and not have peace of mind. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. So if you are telling me that I should have peace of mind without having money, so what am I using my peace of mind to do? So now, like we always say, is relative also. But then when you meet someone who has to choose between a job, maybe I should ask you guys, even though you've talked about the fact that peace of mind is very important to you and all that, but if you were to choose between doing a job, now I have a friend. I have to say this because he said that anytime his job is very toxic, his work environment is very toxic. He said that anytime he wants to go to his job, his mind skips. In fact, since he got the job, between the time he got the job and right now, his blood pressure has been high, consistent. And this is not a joke. It's not a joke. But guy, he has to go to the job. He has to pay bills. So tell me, how are you going to tell that person to choose peace of mind over job in this circumstance?
Well, listen, some people they need to pay their bills.
Right.
I will use myself as an example. Me, I choose peace of mind over any.
So, Mark, are you telling me that you can quit your job now because you want to have peace of mind, and you will stay without a job, or you can do whatever?
I will give you an example. Like when I finished my masters, I got a job with University of Chicago.
Yeah.
An office job.
Yeah.
That job stressed my mental health.
Yeah.
So I would wake up around maybe 4, get ready, go to the train stop, drive about 30 minutes to South Shore, then take 1 hour South Shore train, 1 hour 20 minutes to Chicago, then I will walk 20 minutes to the office. That's my routine, Monday through Friday. So I became like a robot, like a program. So even in the weekends, my brain will still be going. Like I would think I'm still going to the train, and I'm at home on the weekend.
You are traumatized.
I cannot sleep. Before I know, Sunday too, I would think I'm still in the train.
Wow.
Monday, I will physically go again. So
on weekends you go mentally.
I'm telling you, I could not sleep. I could not do that. I was running mad. Anytime I dream in the train. Have you been in a train before? It's the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
You get it, God.
Yeah.
You move, it will stop.
Yeah.
You pick people. You move, it will stop. So So I thought I was going mad. So I said, before I will go mad, I don't want to go mad in this
Yeah.
place. So I quit. I said, no, bye bye. I took that decision. I said, even though it's paying my bills, I said, if I die here, or run mad here, even though it's paying my bills. But the thing is that I had option.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Good. Good.
so
You said that.
but the option was Uber, and I'm like, I prefer Uber. Uber gave me peace of mind than this office work that is stressing my life.
So what if someone doesn't have an option really? What if someone doesn't have an option?
Listen.
Because that's most of the times that's
Mhm.
that's the experience that people have. Now you see that this is already getting a job is not even easy, right? So, but once you find yourself in that situation where this is the only option you have to do this job until you get another one, if you don't have any other option, you're going to be there really. You can't do anything.
Well, so you have to look for ways. At that point, you have to look for ways to manage your mental health. I don't know. Each job is different. Each is unique.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for my own, I just outlined what I go through, going through the terrain. So in my case, how would I want to manage that kind of situation? I cannot. I cannot.
Right.
Some people, that's why in America most people hate their jobs. They just, if you're 98% of
So people just do their jobs to survive, really, not because they love it.
Okay, right. So an advice I would give to someone that is stuck in a very toxic job, or a job that is mentally draining for that person, uh, I would say there's always an option. There's no place you will say there especially in America. There's always an option. You have to look out outside the box. Some people are just lazy to get out of the box. Also, people think that that's the only job that they can get. If for example, in my office job that I had,
Yeah.
they said they were going to file my citizenship for me.
Right.
So that alone kept me there for some time.
Yeah.
And I was stuck. I'm like, if I leave this job now, how would I get a green card?
Right.
So it was just so crazy. So I was bored enough. Oh God, I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I broke up. I quit.
So that means quitting that job, like it was like the best decision you had at the time, even though it looked like as if it was the worst.
Yes, I quit for my mental health actually. So but it worked out. There are so many people out there who are stuck.
Right. Yeah.
Right
that's
now,
true.
and they can't leave because they said, how would I feel if I leave this? I'm not happy. I'm not doing. You're just getting stuck somewhere. If I have not quit, I don't know where I would have been. Maybe I would have still been there, still juggling the train,
Right.
just thinking they will file because of my citizenship, green card.
Yeah.
Just, so you have to take a very huge step of faith. Some people who are stuck right now in your job or something, you have to take a huge step of faith. And with God, God will direct you. If you're not happy, then God is not happy. God doesn't want you to be there. That's it.
Right.
You won't force yourself to get stuck there.
There are so many people in this situation. So many people in this situation, and it's only when they tell you that you can know. People are just really, really stuck. People are really stuck. Have you ever had any experience like that, Michael?
Yes, I have. At the point I was doing Uber, just like Mark said, I was doing Uber. I was okay doing it. Uber gave me a good sum of money.
Right.
Me too.
I had peace of mind doing it. Right. Then at the point, I started thinking about probably getting off the road and getting an office work.
Yeah.
Then I have my papers to be able to work.
Yeah.
Then I started looking at myself, okay, hey, you have papers, so right still on the road driving. Okay, let me go look for it. Then at the point I got a contract job at South Bend.
Yeah.
In Northern University.
Yeah.
So I was there. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Was me against the world. So just like this, your friend, I said that was me. I was always to myself, nobody to talk to. I wasn't happy in the job. I wasn't happy. And again, the funniest thing is even my Uber pays me more than that job. So I started thinking, how am I going to get this? started looking for options. So it's just like Mark said, there are always options for you.
Right.
There are always options. It's for you to step out and look for that option that will suit you. There are always so many jobs out there that wants to be taken. And there are some other things that you can do that will fetch you money, pending the time that you can to be sustaining for yourself, and pending the time you will get a better one that
Yeah.
suits your need. So in America, I don't think a few number of people have been in a job for over years, maybe government jobs.
Right.
That's where you see them. But you see all these private jobs, some people stay 2 years, 3 years, they don't like it, they switch to another job. So there's always an option. It's for you to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes the problem is people not actually trying to get out of their comfort zone.
Right.
They are stuck with what they know, and that's all what they know. But if people get to realize that okay, they should get out of that place and look elsewhere and see if something worthwhile it's going to come out
Yeah.
of there,
Mhm.
then people will actually be happy doing what they know how to do best, right? So at that point, I had to leave. And when I left, at this point, I didn't get any other office job. I went back to Uber,
Mhm. And you were happy, right?
and I was happy doing it
Same
again.
as me. Ah,
I was happy
the
doing
freedom
it again.
it gives
Yeah,
me.
it gives me freedom. It gives me peace of mind. So the only problem about Uber was the safety, but I didn't have any bad experience doing Uber. So it gave me peace of mind again. It gave me joy, and I was doing it. Then that was what I was doing till I got this job I'm doing currently, and which I'm also happy in the job
Because it gives you freedom too,
because
right?
it gives me freedom
Uh-huh.
as well,
And then it's not toxic too.
and it's not toxic.
That shows you the
So
human
that's-
mind
yeah,
longs for freedom
Yes,
and
human loves of freedom,
that
and peace of
and
mind.
peace of mind.
Right.
You know.
Yes. So if you are not comfortable where you are, maybe it's time that you start looking elsewhere and start looking for better opportunities that would give you that peace of mind.
Mhm.
You can't be in somewhere and you don't have peace of mind and you
Mhm.
keep dwelling in that place.
Yes,
No,
and
it's
start
tough.
stressing customers.
Even in the detriment of okay, you have bills or other things to do.
Right.
Your peace of mind is paramount.
Sometimes, when you see peace of mind and you see the kind of money they're paying you, you will just shave peace of mind. Just wait first.
Yeah, just wait for still on still.
Some people.
That thing will not stop crying. You will to keep eating you up until when it not eat you deep and you will not
Yes.
make yourself to do what you're not supposed to do, and then they will not fire you.
Yes,
Yeah.
like some nurses and some
Yes.
doctors. I've seen some doctors quit because they are not happy.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
nurses they are not happy. They're just
there are people that have quit nursing jobs
yeah.
and go from something. Yeah.
because they are making money, right? But
Yeah.
they're not just
They don't have time for family. They don't have time for
Yeah.
anything.
and they can't they won't. I mean, so those kind of people they pass the aggression to their clients.
Right.
Yeah.
They won't treat you good.
Yeah.
Because they are not there for they are not happy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's an angle. When people just do jobs because
Yes,
they just it has to pay, pay bills.
So if you notice, why is nursing job or doctorate job always looking for people?
Always
They are
hiring.
always making people to hire. They are always giving people scholarship to go to school. They are always say, okay, if you do this, we'll fight for you. So it's some people leave because there's no peace of mind there. If you are doing something that you don't have peace of mind, it's better for you to start looking elsewhere. And we have had my wife is typical example of that. My wife said, no, I don't want to.
oh, really?
Yeah. So she doesn't want to because it's stressful.
Dealing
It's
with
stressful.
people.
Dealing with people, So sometimes that thing that you're dealing with, that your happiness can push you to a point that you would explode. And when you explode, it might cause a big problem for you. So you taking it all in, once your cup gets full, this is very small. Now maybe you're enjoying it small. But when you
It keeps rising.
Then by the time it start overflowing, when you overflow to a point, you will explode. And when you now explode, maybe they will not fire you or find somebody to take you out. Then now you now have coma in your employment discipline.
Right, history.
To get job as well. So it's better for you to find where you can get that peace from and find something doing, get that peace, and move on with life. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay that job. You are going to stay there. Okay, is the person planning to stay in that job for eternity? It's not possible. At the point you have to leave.
Right.
Yeah. So at the point you have to find something better. Maybe for instance now you see your friend that you both start the same salary, and then that person now you realize that person is now making more than you, but in your workplace they've not increased your own salary once in a year. Would you still want to stay
Right.
like that? Or you look for better opportunities that gives you that perks that your friend is deriving? And that is what is happening in many jobs today. So there are everybody that have benefits,
Incentives, yeah.
Incentives.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what is out there. In America, it's not a must that you must sit down and do a job for a very long time. I have seen people that work job 2 months, 3 months to another one. I've seen people that work job 6 jobs in a year.
Wow.
Yes.
Those people will know how to break hard properly.
Yeah.
The movement.
So they're always moving. They're always moving. And by the time that W2 come, so that's the thing. Finding every one of them. Yeah. Everybody is looking for a better opportunity, better place that will give them peace of mind.
It's really tough. It's tough, but like I'm just happy that I mean, if anyone that is coming into this country or any other place that is in the Western world, they will have something to take away from this conversation, how to act or what to look out for when they're coming in, because I think it's very important. People just get lost in the system when they come.
Yeah.
They get lost in the hustle culture. If you don't ask questions, you are gone. I mean, you're going to be lost in that hustle culture, and this is something I just feel that we need to really, really keep talking about when people come. You talked about having a community that keeps your mind in your sanity. Like, you need to be sane before you run mad, before your time.
There's also when one thing I will also chip in is when Nigerians come here, we think we are like strong, like taking a lot of extra hours. I've seen some nursing people, they work 7 days a week, 24 hours because of the extra.
7 days a week. Who does that?
Yeah.
No way.
Go to Texas.
Go, you see.
They
Some
do
people
that.
are leaving one shift to another shift.
Yes.
No, you will die now.
Because they tell you I'm Nigerian, like I'm strong.
Go to many facilities today. If they say who are the people that take shift, some Americans are even saying that they don't see shift. Yes.
So take it easy, Nigeria. Nurses offer a lot of hours, but once this our body, if we are overusing it, it's like a spare part. Once you overuse it, it will become overusing, to wear out. I mean, everyone is a victim of that. I mean, all of us we do it, because we want to make that extra money, but don't do it for a long time. For a long term, if not, there are long term effects. Yeah, long term effects. Another thing I want to say is vacation. I know. I know why Americans take vacation. So I've seen the reason why. This country will drain you mentally, physically, everything.
They will take everything.
So it's good. I see the reason why they take vacation. So the Nigerians, we don't have that culture.
No, it's not my culture at all. At all.
And I'm so happy when I came to this country. My circle was with Americans and foreigners, so I learned their vacation culture.
Yes.
If I go to vacations a lot.
Yes.
And I love that. It's so very relaxing and relieving. It takes everything away from you. Especially when you come back, you feel so energized. The Nigerians don't take vacation once they come here.
Work.
The extra money.
Work.
They will say that extra money for our vacation. I will use it to buy block and to complete my house. That is true. You know,
Oh my gosh.
the body that works the money, you have to take care of
Care of
this
the body.
body.
Right.
You know, if I want to spend a vacation, I spend in my body like crazy because I know if I don't spend in my body, America have a way of taking money from you in one way.
Right.
You might be going in your car with your spoil, you will spend 1,000. You know, well, you might be going to another place. One bill must take it away.
Right.
So take advantage of the fact and take advantage of any cash that you have and use it on your body. Invest in your body, invest in your mental health because it's this body that is making that money. But
Take care of it.
Nigerians don't understand that. You know, it's just using the body, using the body, using the body. No vacation, no nothing, no nothing. Oh, also, oh, forget say our genes now. We are strong, bro. But, some people actually collapse and they just
Right.
fall.
Yes.
And they go like that. You know, take time to rest. Sometimes take vacation. Thank God we're going to Wisconsin.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that because that's like the only 2-3 days in the year.
In a whole year.
You know that we just get to go out and just forget about work or something that is very good. And that's why I say I'm thankful for the community I have. Most Nigerians don't have this community.
Yeah.
Most people are just stuck in this rat race circle. They don't even think about that. So
that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. And I really hope that people that are already here, or those that plan to come here, they will have something to look forward to and something to learn from this conversation. Because I just think that it's something that is very important. People just come here and then they get lost in the system, like I said before. But yeah, thankfully, I have one more question for you guys. So this is just like a random question. It's something that is so personal. So it's like a fun question, really. So I'm going to ask one question for two of you, but one person can go first. So if you were to relive your life, so if you have to like relive a life in the past, or see your future, which would you prefer?
To relive my life.
Relive just one day or a few days in the past, or see your future.
You mean like to go back and
yes, go back in time. Yes.
Go back in time.
Yeah. So would you prefer to relive that life?
Yes.
Or see the future?
Yes,
I will buy Bitcoin. Buy a plenty, eh? Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's to go back and relive that life for me.
Now, how about seeing the future of what's going to happen and still now try to fix something up that will help you in the
The
future?
future will still come after I leave that bag one.
The future will still come.
If I buy that Bitcoin, the future is
Right.
I create my own vision there. So yeah.
So you guys prefer to go back in time?
Me, I prefer.
I relive that life.
Yep.
Okay, one more question. So, would you prefer to have a lifetime supply of your favorite food, or being able to travel anywhere in the world free of charge?
Yeah, for me, being able to travel all over the world is key for me. I love traveling, and that is what I see myself doing.
Mark,
Yeah,
you they fly every time, so you are traveling.
Yeah, I love travel. I love travel and I love Nigerian food too.
So you can't have both. You cannot have both. What's wrong with you? They say choose one. You have Nigerian food.
Travel taste variety of.
Wait, leave food. Wait, just leave food first. They said this or that. You can't say this and that. What is wrong with you?
You know, one of my limitations with traveling is
because I think you complained about when you went to where is it? Puerto Rico, yeah. You guys didn't see the food.
They bought one Nigerian vegan food. Vegan. The meat is mushroom.
That mushroom is meat.
Suya mushroom. Egusi, I'm not eating the people that egusi. And she has the goal to come and film us. I say, how do you feel? I say, yes, we enjoy it.
But you were suffering.
We were suffering. So yes, so that was one of my limitations. I love traveling, but next time I've said to myself that I will always carry Nigerian food to travel.
Anywhere you go to.
I never know I love Nigerian food until I come to America.
You
know, American food. Oh, so It's always good, looking good in the TV, but I came to appreciate Nigerian food after I left Nigeria.
Right.
So,
Yeah, American food is mostly processed.
processed food, yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I love traveling. I love to travel.
That's good. Okay, guys. I'm happy you guys came for this podcast, and I'm so excited about your sharing your insights and your experiences so far. And you guys have been here for so many years, and you have become successful in my own definition of success. So,
Yes.
and thank you for sharing your insights and for honoring my invitation today.
You don't want to advise people when they
And
come.
haven't you been advising them?
You want to say one more thing to say to them, I mean,
If you have anything to say, I say now.
okay, people, for those coming to America your first time, calm down.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Small, don't worry, the money will come. The money will come. Stop rushing, big, like easy. Don't forget God.
Yeah,
This country will make you forget God if you are not careful.
Wallahi.
Don't forget God. God is the number one factor. God is here. And it might look rough for you at the start. I came here 2015. If they tell me I will be here from 2015, they show me my future like this.
You wouldn't have believed it.
"Mm-mm, no."
Exactly.
So you might, if you are just arrived, you might be seeing things are very rough, like you want to go back. Just push on, press on. Your door will open bit by bit. Your story will change bit by bit. Everything. Don't rush it. You won't make your money in 1 year or no. Small. You'll get there. So patience and stay out of trouble.
Michael, any words? Final words?
For me, I would say be open to listening to um, somebody trying to put you through on some process of things. Don't believe that you have
All the information you need already.
Right. So information is key in the US. Information is key, and you are going to hear a lot of information about so many things, about so many processes, and again, in America, things is not as quick as you think it should go. So it takes time, it takes process, it takes paperwork. So be patient, be patient, be patient, and always listen to people that
Your elders.
that your elders.
Hey, that's a castle. For some people can mislead you, sir. That's how some people can mislead you.
But,
Okay.
and again, you need to look at the person that is giving you the advice as well. There are some advices that are misleading, quite alright, but in as much as they are misleading, you need to check the person that is giving you the advice and check where that person has been as well. So for people that is helping you around you, they can never mislead you. People that have found time to help you or to harbor you in their houses,
Right.
they will never mislead you. But if you always think that you know best, or somebody tells you one thing and the person that you're living is telling you a different thing, then that's when the problem will come in. So be patient. Take your time. Take your time. Understand things. Understand processes. Nobody jump.
I know where this one is going.
Nobody jump. Because the jump so always take your time. Always, like Mark said, the important thing is God. Find a place of worship. Find a place. Once you get to America, find a place of worship. Find a community that you know that they have love in that community. They have one mind. That is very important. It is that community that will help you. Find a community of God. I'm not saying fellowship of God, club. If in a club you come here, you go lost. So find a community that cherish God, that do things together. Is key because those are where information will come out from. Yeah, I think that's all my advice to everyone. America is not easy, but it takes process. It takes endurance. That you have to endure. Things might seem not be going right for you, or things you think you're supposed to go in one direction, but it's not going your own direction. Everything about America is time. You and somebody might come the same time, but it's not. That doesn't mean that you guys will be doing. You will get that same thing the same time.
Right.
So his process might be different from your own process. So in the time that you will get all his documentation is different from when you will get your own documentation.
Yeah.
When you buy a house,
what has go right for him in your own turn, they go do sit down and bring more paperwork. So it's different. So that's why I'm saying everybody's ideal, everybody's
journey
is different in America. So I'm telling you to have that ideology in your mind that when your time comes, just like we are talking about purpose, when your own purpose comes, when God says your time, it will happen. And when it happens, I always tell people this: when it happens, it will be like film trick. It will be like film trick.
Yes.
It will come at that time that you needed it the most. So be patient.
Mm.
Be patient.
That's like one of the best cap.
Yeah.
Patience. Thank you guys for honoring this invitation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.